Hello guys, my name is our sister, and today we're gonna working on with a simple Counter-Strike Sharp plugins that gonna remove the weapons that drop on the map. So many of these servers, especially the zombie escape, having like a lot of players in this running around in the servers, and sometimes they are buying a lot of the weapons to fight against the zombies, maybe fighting the boss, and then when they are buying the weapons, those weapons got dropped out to the world and that's not getting clean at all. So today we're gonna make a plugins that will clear all the entities that is not using like weapons that laying down on the ground, and they are not gonna get picked up again because the maps always resets all those entities that laying down on the floors every single round when the round starts. So before the round is gonna end, those entities, those weapons that got dropped in the map will not we're not getting removed or cleared at all. So today we're gonna working on those stuff. So uh, because I'm using the VS Code usually when working with this Counter-Strike Sharp plugins, I usually go with the Visual Studio, the big one, the purple ones here. But today we're gonna do it in the Visual Studio Code here because I believe that most of the people prefer the VS Code than the normal ones there. So alright, so we're gonna go to some photos. Let's say that we're gonna run to the terminals, and let's go to the photo that you want. And then you go to like .NET new class libraries, isn't it? Well, okay. I think I forgot how to run that one. Jesus. Fucking hell. I forgot the command how to do the stuff. Okay. Click on the getting start. First plugins. Okay. Hello plugins. There we go. I forgot the command for that shit. Right. Done it. New class libraries, names, weapons, cleaner, and then you open that photo up. Well, actually that's a better way than manually doing this one because I was prefer to do it in this way. So if you have like better ways to access like the photos of the project instantly, yeah, you can do that one. It does not matter because in the end, even that no matter how much you doing this, you're gonna end up in the photos of the project that you're gonna work on anyway. Okay, so we're gonna make it like very simple here. So we're not gonna do some fancy stuff. So you rename the class to do anything that you want, and then you type the .NET new get the new package, and then before you're doing it, make sure that you use like .NET 8.0 because currently we're using the 8.0s. 9.0 is not updated yet, so we're gonna using this version. Add the new git Counter-Strike Sharp. Click the first one, the .api, and also select any version that you would like to. Mostly I'm working on with a 3.0.5 right now. Okay, and then fuck. Okay. Alright, override it. Because I have saved that sheet before, installing the. Because I have saved the chain in the project file, so now the Counter-Strike Sharps never get updated here. They never get installed here. Okay, so if it's getting installed properly, it should showing like package reference include your APIs here. All right, and then rename it to whatever you would like to, just not the class one. And then you're using base plugins for this one, and because we are using like the best plugin, you're gonna have to rename your model names to the things that you want. For example, I want to name my plugins to the weapon cleaner, and another one is the version. You only need like two of these things, because like if you're not gonna have plan to publish the plugins to anywhere, you can just include the model names and the version, because sometimes like these things is kind of pain in the ass, and you don't want to do like every step like when you are creating the new plugins. So I'm gonna do public void, and then now override void on the load. This thing is very essential. You're gonna need to do this every single time. So override void on, well, not this one, I think. Just having the load first, because right now I haven't decided yes that how this thing's gonna work. But I believe that we're gonna do like game events for every time when the servers every route start. I would say that one. Route on route freeze end, and then you get the game events of the nope, not the game event route freeze end. Yeah, there we go. This event is basically like when the countdown stop and then you start moving in the games. So that one is, yeah. So we have the last one, game event in 4 and return who results continue. So what I want to happen, well, I want it to make a timers happen here. Private timers using these things, but you say to them like I want to use this timer, because it has like 2 timer class in the when you're using this one. The one is basically the default one that using by the Windows and another code, and this timer class using inside the the Counter-Strike shop. So timers, and say clean timers, and then you set it to no. Hold on, what the hell? Yep, using like that one. Okay. And also you also want to include the normal one, because in this case it's already included for the timer, but it doesn't include another stuff like the timer flag inside here. So in this case, let's say that let's queue it first every single time, and then you clean timers. You want to make a new timers for every like maybe it's like 12 seconds, and then you do like the action callbacks, like the functions that gonna get executed every time when you are making like want something to happen inside after the timers is reached that one. So in this case, well, let's separate this to another function. So we can name it like clean weapons interval, something like that. All right. And then you can set to like private and maybe statics if you want, because we do not include like any like inside here, like the variables that is from the outside the class of that one. Well, depending on you, but I just like name is like statics because I don't use any variable outside from the function. And then let's go do something. We want to find some all weapons laying down in the grounds, so we're gonna do like utilities maybe get the all entities, something like that. And P stand for like which one, like design name. Oh yeah, I forgot that one. Var P, go to that one. Not the weapons, but it has like also not the variable, but design name. Start with weapons. All right. So just as in case, and then you want to check like if any weapons that having like start with the weapons for that one, and then well you want to do something like maybe loop or something, but I think we can do also do something like shaking inside that if the weapons as the C base player weapons, and then you want to shake it if it has the owner entities is valid. It's not valid maybe, and well I guess we're doing this in like this one. Okay, or P as the C-base weapons maybe is equal to new. Well, that one. Okay, sounds really good for me. Like that. Jesus, it's too fucking long. So basically right now we got like the entities that is start with the weapons, and thus the owner of the entity is not valid, and it, or maybe the owner of the entity is new, and then you do it something like this one, you know, for each, well, what do you know, all weapons for loop, not the last one for each. Nah, it's not working that way. So we're gonna do it like in the simple way, I guess, for each loop, and then 5 weapons in the all weapons. And then what's happened next? Okay. If it's not the owners, then oh yeah. One thing that I forgot, it should not have like, you know, the alright, maybe you have to use like as the C base entity to cast in that way, and check if this it has the unique hammer IDs. See, okay, check it with the string. Is new or empty? Yeah, that won't work. And then every 12 seconds you want to do killing the entity, obviously. After 4, that's 1. Okay, what is the this one? This one is basically input name. Q. Well, I forgot how to do that one, but we have like some that shit, isn't it? It's in a snip code, and it has like just looking for remove weapons. I have done like that's a long time ago. There we go. Oh no, not that one. Okay, I get. Yup, I need that one. There we go. So it clean like every 12 seconds when the weapon is dropped. But then after I reveal some code, is apparently that we might not need this stuff at all. But let's see. Those overwrite void unload. I think just in case, let's clean the timers, maybe queue it before we disable it. If it's hotly load, yeah, if it hotly load, then you definitely want to create a new one. There we go. Anything else? Why it's showing like some red light? Oh yeah, forgot that one. Okay, very simple. And now let's get the new terminal. Done it build and drag and drop shit inside these servers. Reviewing photos. Okay, maybe to the weapons cleaner. Well, never mind. I'll do it that later. Okay, weapon cleaner. Weapon cleaner. Yep, and then let's do the players that one. Well, never mind. I think I can just load it inside that. So in this case, every 12 seconds it should like remove it. So I'm gonna drop it for a while, but for until like it's gonna drop, isn't it? Nope, it's not gonna drop. Does it get removed? Well, I guess something is wrong then. Wait a second, it's already do one time, isn't it? Maybe it's just tell them, guys, restart the route. Okay, I'm gonna drop it like that one. And then let's go the oppose, because why not? I do the weapon cleaners. You can try drop the weapons and then you will see it if it's gonna work or not. Yep, it's work. But we're gonna need to check for the map stuff, you know. The map that having like the items. So we're gonna set map to the pirate royal. Hold on. So that's here. Okay, it's work 5 for some reason. Work 5 for some reason. Actually, it's always worked. Okay, I testing all the stuff that I need. So that's all that I need for testing that stuff, obviously. So set map back to the any maps that you like to, I think, but not the pirate portfolio. So that's how it's done.